Listen. I've had other guys, I've looked into their eyes, but I never knew love before, till you walked through my door. I've had other lips, I sailed 1,000 ships, but no matter where I go, you're the one for me, baby, this I know, 'cause it's true love. You're the one I'm dreaming of. Your heart fits me like a glove, and I'm gonna be true blue, baby, I love you.
Well, hello, soldier. Welcome back to the bathroom. I have an amorous cat at the moment, so if you hear any meowing, it's just him being sucky. So here we are today, and I did my one eye today because I thought I kind of like this eye. This is kind of a fairly standard eye for me. When I want to do something that's really contrasty to my eye color. It's kind of cold outside today, so I just sort of thought like a deep dark bluey teal would be, with a brighter interior would be a good look. So I thought, why not just show you how I do it? And then we can officially welcome ManGlam to the HeadCase official channel. So it's really easy. This is not a complicated look. It looks complicated, I think, but it's actually just really two colors, more or less. Now, you might not be able to get the identical color. You might not have the identical color, but this is something that you could do pretty much with any color. But it's especially good with something dark. So as you'll note, I wish the lighting in here, I might try to adjust the lighting a little bit in the edit so you can actually see the true colors and tones. But with this, it is sort of like a, kind of like a navy shimmer and then a deep teal on the crease and the upper lid. Now, this isn't going to be the same for every eye shape, but yet it kind of can be, because for more open eyes, you can blend out to nothing. If you have a more defined socket, more of a lifted eye area. For me, I have a very hooded brow. I also have a downturned eye, and gravity is fucking me over when I look in the miroir. So I need, in order to give sort of a lifted appearance or sort of a really smoky eye, I need to conceal the better part of this entire lid. So to do that, dark colors are best. For me, I like eye makeup on men that is dramatic, and while neat, isn't perfect. Because again, I'm not trying to do this eye to throw an overly feminine vibe. I'm doing it because I love color, and now that we're in the land of masks forever, I was gonna do Too Legit, but that's really not what this has to do with anything. Anyway, so I thought that I would do just this eye and show you how kind of quick and easy this is. So you don't need a lot. First thing we need is an eyeshadow primer. My favorite is the Nars Smudgeproof eyeshadow base. And I use mine in the shade Blacked Out. I'm thinking, why does that have a black mark through it? Anyway, it's the lightest one. There is no color really. It's just sort of a clear whitish thing. And I just do a couple of dabs of that. across my eye. And then I take my ring finger and I just pat it out, smoothing it over the entire eye, lash to brow, and a little bit on the center. And then I wrap a little bit just around the outside. Some eyeshadow bases I will take right under my eye, but this one, the way it dries down, tends to make my my lower lash line look even crinklier than it is. So there we go. That's about as complex as that gets. Then I'm going to be using the Makeup Forever Aqua Resist Color Pencil in shade number 7, Lagoon. And I'm going to be putting that in my waterline. This is very easy, especially with a pencil like this. I like to roll it up so there's a good amount exposed. I don't know if that can focus on that for me. Can you see that? Sort of a nice little bit of it exposed. And then I'm just gonna lightly place it on the waterline and run that puppy all the way along the waterline. And I don't need to be particularly precise or beautiful with it. And I'm just gonna carry it slightly under, right into the lashes, okay? Right in there, make sure I get it all in the base of the lash. It'll sort of funk up your lashes, but that's fine. And then I'm gonna lightly pull my eye to the side and just scribble this all the way along my eye, right at the base of the lashes. And then do kind of like a half circle kind of thing, just on the lid. Cap carefully, ring finger. I'm just gonna start tapping and blending that color out. This is where the eyeshadow base comes in so handy. It helps you blend this all across the eye quite easily. And then I'm just gonna focus a little bit more of it onto the crease area. So we're just getting a bit more pigment up on the upper lid and into the crease. This is my crease right here. There we go. Fabulous. Then, and then with my pinky finger, I'm just gonna run lightly underneath. Very lightly. I'm not looking to drag color everywhere. I just want to smudge it a bit. Perfection. All right, then I'm grabbing the Natasha Denona Circo Loco palette. This is an expensive fucking palette. This was a splurge for me, and I adore this palette. It's not for everyone, but it's just a great palette. The blues, the teals, the sort of pinky purples, this coral is stunning. I get great use of all of the deeper tones in this palette hugely. So I'm going to be taking the shade Electric, which is the, let me not blind you, which is the blue shade right here. And I'm going to be using my finger, same finger I used. I'm going to smush it in the powder till I have a nice coat on it. And then I'm going to place it on my middle eye and drag. You see that intensity? It's like bam, and we're done. Not quite, but almost. So with what's left on that, I want to start sort of patting upwards on the crease. Pardon me. Like so. And this is just lightly blending it.
Well, editing me here, I just wanted to say that if you had a younger, more nubile eye, you could leave this look right here. Just a little further blending on the edges to blow it out completely, and you've got yourself a one and done look. Just thought I'd give that FYI, because I forgot to do it while I was recording. Okay, bye.
Fab, Marv's. And then what I had really wanted was more of a tealy, sort of more of that color than that color. So I went into my tiny Eye Ecstasy Subversive eyeshadow palette from Pat McGrath Laboratories. Pat McGrath is a very famous makeup artist, and her makeup is, I'm not in love with everything, but her eyeshadows are unique, in the same realm as Natasha Denona's. Really creamy, buttery, baked formula. So I'm going to be using the color Lapis Luxury, which is this one. You can see I've dug into that quite a bit. So again, I'm just going to be using my ring finger, and I'm going to rub it around in there and get a nice dollop on there. And then I'm going to slap that on the crease. So place it and rub inwards this time. Yes, doo-doos. And then I'm going to take a little bit on my ring finger, just at the tip, and I'm going to run it real close to them their lashes. There we go. See that? And then I'm just going to lightly drag this towards the outer portion of my eye. I'm not worried about it being perfect just yet. Actually, I'm not worried about it being perfect at all, but it's just sort of the general shape. So as you see now, the way this looks is my eye, the upper part of my lid is now super prominent, and this is pushed back, but it looks uneven. So we need to camouflage that puffy white section. So what I'm going to do is just lightly sort of sweep some color over that spot and over my edges, just lightly. See, already that starts to push that back in space as well. But we've got that depth here. Fabulous. So I'm going to close that out. Then I'm going to need a blending brush. It's about the size of my pinky. About that size. Quite firm, but still movable. So then what I'm going to do is just lightly start buffing back and forth along the edge of where I've placed the colors. And ever so slightly dragging them out in a slight V shape. And this is so I can get that sort of slightly elongated pull to the edge of the eye. There we go. Fab. Then I'm going to dip right back into, I'm going to use a pencil brush, and that's one of these. You see that? So it's a finer pointed pencil typed brush. And I'm going to dip that into Acrobat, which is this deep teal color. And then lining up, there's there. So we need to do the same thing here. So right at the puffiest point, I'm going to lay that down. You can see it starts to deepen up that section. You don't want to manipulate your eye too much, but if you're finding resistance to your brush, then you can sort of lift up just to sort of shift your skin around. And again, I'm doing sort of almost like a straight line with a slight hook at the top. And now I'm just checking for sort of mild symmetry between the two because I haven't blended yet. It's pretty good. And then I'm just gonna lay a little bit more down this way to deepen up that corner. Yes, ma'am. Then I'm going back to my blending brush and I'm gonna lightly blend, again, the line between the light and the dark. Just going over it. And by doing this, then in little circles, you're blending together the remnants of what's on your sort of upmost lid, right under the brow, with what's at the top part of your crease. And again, dragging out. C'est ça. Groovy, n'est-ce pas? And then I'm just gonna blend lightly on the interior. The pressure I'm using is very, very light. You can see, I can do it with 2 fingers. Just super light. There we go. Delish. Alrighty, so then I'm going to be taking a pure white matte shadow. This is just in the Anastasia Beverly Hills Riviera palette. I love Anastasia Beverly Hills white powders. They are super white, super pigmented, and get the job done. You'll see what I'm talking about when I lay this puppy down. So, but any white, matte white eyeshadow will do. Take some on a very small brush, teeny weeny little brush. It's like a little paintbrush, almost like a lip brush. And I'm gonna put that right on the interior corner of my eye, the tear duct region, right here. And then just buff it up a bit. This side's a little bit more lived in, so this is gonna look a little bit more vivid than the other side does, but I'll add a little bit more so we get a balance. So you see that just brings light to the inner eye because this is a dark look. So we do want to have some brightness to that interior so our eyes don't just look like caves. All right, let me add some more to the other side again. Fabulous, marvelous, wonderful. Fantastic. All right, then I'm gonna put down the pigments. Then I'm gonna take a paper towel and my blending brush, and I'm just gonna blend off, rub off excess powder on the paper towel. So we're kind of using a pseudo clean brush again. And then just on the interior, I'm gonna blend that edge up. And under here, blend it down. A little bit brighter in there. One moment, I have to go back to the pigment. There we go. Balance and symmetry. For the most part. Your eyes are sisters, they are not twins. Same with your brows. Symmetry is something that you learn and will develop over time. So what you want to do in the meantime is is the intensity the same? Do you have basically the same amount of shadow on each eye? Does it look, to the passing glance, does it look like you're cohesive and put together eye-wise? And when I look at this, I'm like, oh, okay, I need to just tidy up a little bit under here. So I try not to use like a micellar water or anything that's a cleanser, because what that will do is sort of migrate up and start to eat at the edge. So you can end up screwing up your makeup that way. But what I want to do is take a handy dandy Q-tip and H2U. And then what I'm going to do, pardon me while I look in my mirror, is I'm just going to slightly sweep away this bottom edge, just blending it, turning my Q-tip as I go so that I'm getting clear shots, and dragging things into the direction that I want them. I need a full square on. Now on this side, I might have to use a little bit of micellar water. Oh, but maybe not. I just maybe needed a little bit more H2Me. Because we want the under eye to be balanced. No, I'm gonna have to use micellar water because I just fingered myself. God damn it. Right, so I'm just gonna grab a little bit of gauze. You cotton puffs, cotton balls, toilet paper, tissue paper. Don't use paper towel, it's too aggressive. But I'm just using like the little gauze squares. As an esthetician, I have a lifetime supply of these. So all I'm gonna do is clean up there. Oh yeah. Fold it in half, and actually I am gonna totally just do what I said I don't do and run that, but not really close, not super close to the actual makeup, because it will migrate up. And cut a bitch's look. There, I just lifted that outside corner a little bit. You can do the same here. Just go really easy. Gentle. That was for you. There we go. And then I want to tap around the edges because we don't want wet. Oh fuck, I just did it again. I'm gonna use a totally different hand for this time. Double checking before I go in. I'm just gonna pat around because I don't want anything wet. That's fine, groovy. And then just because this side has a little bit more of a slight pull out than this side, so now I'm just gonna take this on its side and just kind of lightly flick the end. If I want to add a bit more shadow, I can. See, we want it polished, we just don't want it perfect. So it's fine that they're not identical. Trust me, I wouldn't lie to you. I said that the first time I started this channel. I will never lie to you. Just blending under there. And this is where you get to see my do as I say, not as I do. That's fine by me. So another thing that I'm really a big fan of is just doing eyes and not worrying about a whole face of makeup. We don't need to get into foundation. We don't need to get into concealer. Who cares? We're dudes that like to wear makeup. That's it. But finally what we need to do is mascara. Oh, everybody's favorite. So I'm not using mascara here to give me, you know, big fluttery, gorgeous lashes. What I'm doing is just to make sure that my lashes are black against the blue so that there's not eyeshadow all up in my eyelashes. So the easiest way to do mascara is slowly. This is Maybelline Lash Sensational Sky High. I love this mascara. It's a lengthening mascara, which means it doesn't deposit a shit ton of product all at once and clump your lashes together, which my lashes will do like that. I will have a unicorn lash, and that is not a hot look. So this has a nice, really bendy, spoolie with teeth that are kind of rubberized. Well, not kind of, they are rubberized. So I'm gonna use a mirror and I'm gonna look down, like hard down into the mirror and open my eyes quite well, but looking down. And I'm gonna start on the interior, just getting that brush as close to my inside eye as possible and just rolling the brush while blinking. This takes time. It takes time to master this. With a volumizing or thicker mascara, I will get mascara all over me. This is also waterproof, so if you sweat or cry like I do, you're not gonna lose your mascara all over your face. This will not be a Tammy Faye Baker moment at all. And then we're gonna do the lower lashes. So again, we don't really need to look into the mirror quite so aggressively, but am I gonna blind you with this? Yeah, no, this isn't super cool. Let me see if I can do it like this. I'm looking in the mirror. If I make any mistakes, it's your fault. Just lightly, you're just tickling them. Tickling your bottom lashes. Oh, did I fuck up? No, just stuck down. Ah, shit. Now I fucked up. So if you get a drop of mascara, don't touch it. Let it dry. And then we can flick it off. There we go. And I have done nothing to my brows today because I didn't feel like it. So all I've done is brush them up. That's it. I didn't fill them in. I wouldn't want to go too strong. And then the last thing I wanted to do in this one is, if you're interested in lip products, but you don't quite know how to wear it without looking like you're, you know, doing your full, living your best life, I want to show you a trick with, so for this kind of eye, if I were doing a full match thing, I would do like a coral nude. So for a men's lip, I like a bitten lip look, and I'll show you what that is. But I would still try to make it work with the color story that we've got going on. So a corally orange pink would look good, but we can take it to a bit of a fierier end because we're going to be doing a bitten lip look. So what we're going to be doing is actually coloring sort of the inner portion of the lip and leaving the front of the lips alone color-wise. I'll show you what I mean. I just need to get that lip liner, so I'll be back in a jiff. The prodigal son returns. All right, so this color, this little nubby lip pencil is called Red de Deux. like rub. So it's R-E-D-D. This is an orange red. So if I do it on my hand, it's a bit intimidating. You're like, dude, we're doing what? Watch how we rock this. So what you want is to make sure that your lips are quite dry. Mine are just naturally right now. Thanks, winter. But that's ideal because the pencil will go on better if your lips are drier. So you don't need to be particularly precise or genius with this. But what you want to do is just start lining the inner portion of your lip. You could do this with an orange lipstick as well. Like a matte. So you see how we're coloring the inside of the lip? This is the bitten lip look. So it basically means the color rests on the inside, not coming out. So we're not like lining the lips in red. Same upper lip. You don't need to be super precise. Like, check it out. Like, I can totally just gnash it along. We're just trying, you can come close to your natural lip line. We're just not going, we're not drawing our lip lines. But you can come out a bit further if you want. And then I just kind of smash it together for a sec. So we've got that sort of deposit of color. And then I just take a lip conditioner, like a lip balm, or this is the, I love this. This is the Flexidol lip balm. It's a great lip balm. And I'm just gonna put a little bit on my finger. Like seriously, teeny weeny. And just apply that to the outside of your lips. And smash it together. And then what you end up with is just this stain of color. And then you've got some nourishment on the lip itself. And that's all you need to do a fun look where you're just like, yeah, I own it. And that's what it's about. It's about having fun in the process, enjoying the payoff and the color, and enjoy the compliments because you're gonna get them. People are gonna be like, oh my God, I love your eye makeup. Thanks, man. And as I said before, if it's for the gram and people are giving you the hate, fuck them. Because quite frankly, they don't matter. It's you feeling comfortable and you enjoying what you are doing with your body and the cool fucking makeup products that are out there that are not just for girls. All right, makeup is genderless. All right, it is neutral. It's Switzerland, just like me. All right, so that is it for me. I am now going to see if my last video, third attempt, has exported properly, rendered properly, if I can finally upload it to the YouTubes. And other than that, if you've got any questions, put them down below. Otherwise, thank you for watching. I hope you play around with some cool eyeshadow looks. You can tag me if you want. Instagram, it's the HeadCase Files. Or that's it. I'm not doing any of the Twitters or anything like that. So Instagram, you can at me at HeadCase Files. And other than that, I shall see you in the next one. Hope you enjoyed it. Peace.
So if you should ever doubt, wonder what love is all about, just think back and remember, dear, those words whispered in your ear. I said, now I'm more sadness, I can't say goodbye, the sun is burning. frosting right out of the sky. I search the whole world for someone like you. Don't you know that it's true love, oh my